Day 76, Texas. So after recovering my bearings after the launch, I got to Van Horn, ate breakfast, and I was debating whether to go down to Big Bend National Park. And I decided against it because the two main attractions there are the starry skies, and I already had that a couple of hours before, and the landscapes. And I decided that after Utah, everything would be a downgrade. So that was my another over 1,000 kilometers day where I decided to beeline it across Texas over to Tyler, where my brother-in-law and his family live. And in hindsight, it was a mistake, but I didn't know it yet. So Texas is freaking huge. It is the size of a decent European country. And I decided that I was gonna take the interstate, although it's kind of against my principles. And I had two stops planned on the way. One is in the town of Odessa, Texas, that has the full-size fiberglass replica of Stonehenge on the campus of the local Texas Permian Basin University. So yeah, it was weird, but kind of cute. And as I'm getting off the interstate to go to the Stonehenge, I see a sign for Odessa Meteor crater. And I was like, oh, let me check it out. So who knew? It turns out that it has a crater from a meteor impact a whole bunch of million years ago. And I don't know how anybody realized that this is a crater, but yeah, it is. And they're drilling shafts there, and they have a visitor center. So who knew? And a little bit after Odessa, I caught up with this storm system, and I thought I was gonna pass it, but this is freaking Texas. So I was just driving for almost 500 miles in this, and this is just the better part of the rain. Sometimes it was coming down so hard that I literally could not see where I was going. I was driving on pure instinct. Another thing I realized about Texas is that it has the most prisons of any state. So I'm driving and I see all these signs along the interstate of TDCJ, this area in TDCJ, that area, and I was like, is this some kind of university system? What are they talking about? And then I pass a little sign under it that says hitchhiking prohibited, correctional facility around. And I was like, shit, TDCJ is Texas Department of Criminal Justice, and these facilities are prisons. And as I'm thinking this, I see two big black dudes walking on the shoulder of the interstate in wife-beater t-shirts and flip-flops. They look exactly like they just walked out of the prison exercise yard. And I was like, okay, I see why they have the signs. And my other stop was already the very end of the day in the little town of Cisco, Texas, which was the site of a very famous bank robbery that happened around Christmas time, and the bank robbers came in dressed as Santas. So I needed to stop and just relax and not drive in the rain. There were so many times along the way where I was ready to rip my hair out, and I was thinking, I'm just gonna pull over and sleep in my car. I can't do this anymore. I was supposed to make it to Tyler around 9 in the evening, and in the end I got there around 1 in the morning because you just couldn't drive. And then suddenly, about 20 minutes out of Dallas, the rain just stopped. Like in the span of 1 second, it was there and then it was gone. And I was like, no freaking way, I actually made it. So yeah, after the high of the morning, it was a kind of traumatic experience. But anyway, I managed, and I made it safe and sound to my family in Tyler, where I spent the next couple of days.